Morning, everybody. We're going to give it to Eve for the big introduction.
Good morning. It is episode 4 of Eve and Levi. We are coming to you live because we don't have anywhere else yet, but soon we will.
Yeah, it's coming. I know I promised that by this week's episode we would have the podcast up and running, but we have been traveling so much that I have not yet achieved that milestone. So we're still working on that. But in the meantime, we are live on the Eve and Levi YouTube channel, and we are also live on Eve's Facebook account, which frankly, that's where all the cool kids are. So we hope you're watching us on Facebook this morning.
So today we are coming to you from Portland, Oregon. It is our very first time to the state of Oregon, our very first time to Portland, and we freaking love it. Good morning, Jill. How are you? Good morning, LaShawn. I could live here.
So let's start with the obvious things. It's about 40 degrees cooler here in Portland than it is in Dallas right now, and it's a little overcast, but the clouds are breaking and there's some sun. So we're super happy to maybe have some long sleeves on and be able to wear pants without looking like a weirdo and not getting sunburned. So yeah,
it's beautiful. They have Keep Portland Weird, like Keep Austin Weird here, which I think is interesting. And I think isn't there an argument about who did that first?
Oh, I'm sure there is. Hi Tim, good morning. Yeah, I think. Portland and Austin, there are some similarities there. I feel like Portland, we've been using the word authentic all week, and I hate using the word authentic because we've been speaking at marketing conferences, but Portland has a really nice groove to it, and we will talk about some of the things we really love about the town, but they take their coffee seriously. In particular, Stumptown, we'll give them a shout out because every morning they've gotten us going. And yeah, we're pretty excited to be downtown and walking around. But today we're going to take a tour out to the falls, and there might be a gorge and other natural
mountains. We're going to see mountains.
So we're going to get a lot of pictures. We hope you guys will follow along on the journey on Eve's Instagram account, which is at LinkedIn Queen, and mine, which is at Nerd Butler. That's where all the pretty pictures are going to be, and we'll see some of those on Facebook as well.
Good morning, Dawn. I love seeing the pictures of your kids. So we're in Portland because yesterday we spoke at the Digital Summit in Portland, and talk a little bit about what we were teaching people about yesterday.
So we were really excited because it was the first time we've spoken on this topic in front of a larger group, and the name of the session was Humanize Your Brand Using Your Core Values for Marketing, and we were super excited. The attendance at the session was fantastic. We think there were several hundred people in the room.
We were petrified, right?
I mean, I was like, we can speak in public, it's okay. We were worried that no one would show up or that the content would not be received well, and it was absolutely received great. I was excited because I got to open the presentation and I got the first laugh, so that was cool. But no, the crowd really responded well to what we had to say. We got a lot of positive feedback, both in person after the session and on Twitter and on Instagram as well. So we think that the content has some legs, and we're looking forward to moving forward with it.
Yeah, good morning, Arlen and Tim. The Digital Summits, I've been speaking at them for maybe 7 years, and I think they're really quality events, and they happen in maybe 20 cities all over the U.S. The Digital Summit is coming to Dallas in December, as it does every year, and we will be there speaking about this topic as well. Good morning, Nick. How's it going? So Digital Summit, you can check it out. It was hashtag DSPDX. There was a lot of good content. Chelsea Handler was the first speaker at opening. I heard that Netflix chat was really good. And I just think it's good information for anybody who's interested in marketing. It kind of has all levels as well as like upper level stuff, like not just beginner stuff if you're really looking to move forward.
Yeah. So
I just wanted to say that this was our first time, like you said, I think maybe there was 400 or 500 people there. The room was packed, and it was pretty amazing. And just, as a speaker, when you launch a new topic that you really feel passionate about, like we feel that core values that most companies really just are awful, you're scared nobody's gonna agree with you. So as we develop this topic, we've been talking to a friend of ours about some of our thoughts because we're starting to write a book on the intersection of marketing and company core values. And we have this part where we're talking about how we're going to develop symbols for core values, which is something we really believe is an essential part of success. And we need to give a shout out to Justin Mink, who was brilliant because I was saying we should say icons, and I think you were saying symbols.
Symbols, yeah.
And Justin said you should say iconography. And
wait, say the word again.
Iconography. which is a representation, a picture, a logo of your core value. And everybody just thinks we're so smart. It's really that Justin Mink is smart, but we have decided to pretend like we are smart like Justin Mink. So Justin, thank you for that. That's been working really well. So we're going to stick with that. Also, we decided to stop saying authentic and start saying
genuine. That was a suggestion from one of the folks on Twitter yesterday. I hate the word authentic just because it's used so inauthentically sometimes.
That's true. All right, so if you weren't in Portland and you didn't get to hear us speak, but you really want to see us speak, tell them where we're going to be on Monday.
So on Monday, we're going to be back in Dallas, home sweet home. We'll be speaking at another event hosted by Digital Summit called Everything Content and Social. We will be speaking on social selling using LinkedIn for sales. That's going to be a pretty interesting session. It's a little more focused and a little more directed towards sales rather than marketing, but we're really excited about that. It's something we've done for a variety of companies in a variety of places, and we've had really good luck with that. So we don't have that fear of failure that we had with the brand new content this week. But yeah, we'll be speaking again on Monday, and then on Tuesday we'll be traveling to Houston to do the same thing all over again for a private event for a sales team there.
Good morning, Perla. Good morning, Doug. How are you? Yeah, so we get the opportunity to work with business performance advisors and help them connect better with their clients at Insperity, which is a company that we absolutely love and have gotten to work with for years. So Monday, if you want to come see us speak in Dallas, please do check out Everything Content. And on Tuesday, we'll be in Houston. We can hang out, but we'll be speaking in a private event. So this brings us to, we have now been, as you call it, what kind of employed?
Fun employed.
Fun employed.
She hates that. She hates it.
I really hate it.
We're fun employed.
I choose to frame it as we've started a new company called evemayor.com.
Some people would say self-employed.
And if you would like to support us in that, how can you help us? Well, you could book us to speak. Please book us to speak at your company. Do you need an MC? Do you need a fabulous team duo to talk about social media, company culture? Good morning, Robert. Good morning, Ed.
Hi, Ed.
And so we have speaker reels that we'd love to send you if you know somebody who's having a big event coming up. But we would love to be booked to speak in more places. We've got some events. We're speaking every month so far this year, and a couple of times a month with some organizations. We'll be in Charlotte later this year, speaking in Dallas, back in Houston, and we want to go more places. Hi, Robert. Okay, so please book us to speak.
Yes.
If you want to know more, go to evemayor.com. That was the promotional part of the show. All right, what are we talking about next?
Our favorite places in Portland. So like we said at the beginning, Portland has been a spectacular host for us. There are lots of cool things to do here, and today we're going to go find out more about the natural wonders of Portland, but we've had some great food while we've been here. We have had some interesting experiences, which we'll talk about in a second. So let's see, our favorite places in Portland. We got some recommendations from the folks at the front desk here at the hotel, and we checked out Jake's Famous Crawfish.
Which is weird because I'm from Louisiana, and why does Portland have a place with crawfish?
I mean, crawfish is in the name, but it's really a seafood joint. It is a delightfully, one of the things I love about downtown Portland in particular is that there's a lot of buildings here that have been here for a while.
Yeah.
And frankly, the signage in downtown Portland is amazing. There's all of these like old school signs, you know, sticking out from the side of buildings.
And my family had sign companies, and so like, I'm obsessed with signs. They don't tear their signs down here. They leave all the old ones, regardless of what the company is.
And you see, what you see in a lot of cities is that, like, there's a sign hanging off the side of a building that says, you know, attorneys at law, and that's what the company was, you know, 50 years ago. And the sign just never got taken down, but now it's a Starbucks, or now it's, you know, a Burger King or a Walgreens or something. But here, all of the signs are relevant to the businesses inside the building. So we've really loved walking around and seeing all this incredible signage. I don't remember where I was going with that.
Jake's Famous Crawfish.
Jake's. So Jake's has been there for quite some time, and when you go inside, it is exactly what you want it to be. It's an old, like the building is old, the food is delicious, the service was great. It was hopping even at like 5 o'clock on a Tuesday.
And we ate some very fancy salmon.
Oh, pinkies up.
This is
pinkies
for you,
up.
Richard.
Yeah, pinkies
yeah,
up.
The best salmon.
So the menu told us that this was the most prized salmon in the world. So that's what Eve was checking out.
I mean, I gotta be honest, it was good.
It was, yes.
Sometimes we make better salmon at home from
no.
Ranch 99, but it was good. I enjoyed it.
But the double makers on the rocks.
Look, there's Justin. He missed us talking good about him.
Justin, we will
rewind.
Rewind back to the beginning. We'll You'll hear it.
All right, so that was Jake's. Then the next day we went to Salty's.
Remind me about Salty's.
Salty's was a place we took Uber out. It was a bit far out.
Seafood place. Yes.
So good.
Salty's on the Columbia. So apparently there's 3 locations of Salty's. I think there's one in Seattle. There's one here. There's a couple others. It was on the Columbia River, and it was delicious. We had
crab cocktail. Dungeness crab cocktail.
Dungeness crab cocktail. We had prawn cocktail, which is like shrimp cocktail, but bigger.
But bigger.
And then we had a really good warm seafood salad. So
Which didn't sound good to me,
like
but it was amazing.
it was cod and prawns and one other kind of fish, and then it was all served. They did grilled romaine lettuce, which if you haven't had it, you should give it a shot because it was actually pretty tasty.
We had some oysters.
We had oysters. We had a crab and shrimp Louis salad. If all of you are hungry right now, please feel free to go out and get a snack.
It's pretty early.
Not back home.
Oh, true. Okay, so then yesterday I took you to a really cool place, which was an old elementary school.
Oh, yes. So it's the Kennedy School, and I need to remember the...
McKinnish?
McNananish. But if you come to Portland and you look up the Kennedy School, so this was an elementary school that was in operation from about 1915 until the late 70s. Then it sat empty through part of the 70s and the 80s, and it was bought by... excuse me. Bought by 2 brothers and turned into a hotel which has 2 or 3 bars in it, a movie theater, a swimming pool. What else was in there? It's an elementary school.
A theater.
A theater. So a
restaurant.
We stopped by the detention bar, which
we were in trouble.
First of all, fabulous detention bar. There was also the honor bar, which is where the honor students presumably go. We didn't go there. We were never honor students.
I was an honor student.
It was.
Were you not an honor student?
Oh heavens, no. Never.
Really?
No, I was wearing a leather jacket and smoking behind
that.
the school.
McMenamins.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maureen. Stay tuned. We're talking about you coming up.
Hang on. We're gonna say this one more time for the audio listeners. McMenamins. All right. Yeah, that place was awesome, and we really enjoyed it. We imagined that it was pretty creepy at night, but you could go. So if you could just go and stay inside this building for a weekend. It was like a resort, but in an elementary school. The landscaping was beautiful. They show movies, and they'll bring food to you while you watch the movie. There's 2 or 3 bars. All of the classrooms have been converted into 2 hotel rooms per classroom, and then they had a really long list of what each room was named and who it was named for and things like that. So we had a great time there.
Good morning, Haley. So if you want to see a picture, go to Levi's Instagram, which you can find at Nerd Butler, and there is just an awesome picture of him in the detention bar. He looks very Indiana Jones. It's super hot. I know you all want to see this, so check that out. Stumptown has been our favorite coffee.
Stumptown has been the best coffee,
for sure.
Yes.
And then Maureen, who is a friend of ours, like through family members, right, suggested that we go to a place called Beast. So I want you to know that I typically am the person in this relationship who makes adventures happen. So I quickly looked up Beast. I saw some pictures. It said, delicious food, meat-centric. We're mostly keto, so that sounded great. It's supposed to be pricey. Cool, we got it. We can do this. So grabbed a reservation on Open Table. Levi was like, yeah, we'll sit at the standard seating. And we went to Beast. So we got to Beast.
She keeps looking at me. So I'll pick up the story from here.
Go ahead, Levi.
So we got to Beast.
This is Maureen Williamson who suggested this.
And if you see the bus coming, Maureen, just step gently to the side. First of all, let's start from the end. The food was amazing.
It was amazing.
The food was amazing. So our reservation was for 6. That's right when they opened. They have a seating at 6 and a seating at 8:45. Now, the restaurant was amazing, Maureen. Thank you so much for the recommendation. No, it's okay. Maureen says I'm worried.
It was beautiful.
It was amazing. Here's the issue, and it has nothing to do with Maureen or the restaurant.
Maureen's brilliant.
My wife, Eve Mayer, at LinkedIn Queen on Twitter, my wife doesn't read to the end of the sentence. So she looked at the menu and she looked at all the pictures and she was like, I'll hold up the menu for those.
Oh, I'm going to read some menu things.
So if you're watching the video, you can see the menu right here. Now this is a very short menu. That's lovely, right? So you have some choices. There's a few choices here. What my wife failed to read were 2 important things. Fixed menu, fixed pricing. So this is the menu. This is the 6-course meal.
With an amuse-bouche and something after. So it's actually an 8-course meal.
And wine pairings with each course, which she also did not see. She also did not see at the end of the description on Google Maps the words fixed pricing, which means when you show up, this is what you're eating, and you will be paying what they tell you you're going to pay for eating this.
So here's the thing. It looked delicious. You know, the problem was it was like an 8-course meal, and we don't eat bread or wheat or a lot of things that were in it, and we also don't drink wine. We're more refined. Levi drinks bourbon and I drink tequila, so we don't drink wine. And you know, the price was one price. It was $125 a person, and it came with a glass of wine for each course. And we don't drink wine, and we don't eat bread, and I don't eat sugar, so I couldn't eat the dessert, which it was beautiful. So should you go to Beast? Yes, you should absolutely go to Beast. Let me read you some of the dishes. Are you ready? I don't even know some of these words. Manchego, media, curado, speck ham, turmeric pickled onion confiture, palm gaffret, golden mustard frills. I only know 20%.
Thank you, Robert. Robert says that's not refined, that's distilled.
Oh, what that is.
So there was some delicious food. The main course was halibut.
We did it for the halibut.
Wow. There was YU beef ragu on spinach pasta with fava beans.
Read something in a sexy voice.
In a sexy voice?
Yeah, read this one in a sexy voice.
Green garlic, marinated mussels, shaved baby zucchini, long cooked zucchini toast, herb salad, and sherry vinaigrette. There was listen, y'all, on the salad course, there was shaved foie gras. I didn't know you could shave foie gras.
How do you do that? Good morning, Doc. Good morning, Bridget. Thank you for taking care of our girls. Good morning, Lionel. And listen, Maureen, you should have joined us. You could have drunk all our wine. And it was really interesting because everybody else there was obviously on a date. And the dudes were really trying to impress the ladies. And they were all like, I have to drive, so please have my wine too. And the ladies were like, great. So it was a perfect place to win points.
So let's recap Beast.
Yes.
Beast is amazing. You're gonna spend a little money, like the $4 signs that they list on Google Maps and
that's legit.
Things. That's legit. That's not like you can't go in there and get a Caesar salad just for the experience.
Oh, and you have to put your credit card in to guarantee it, so which I had done.
When you make the reservation, you put down a credit card to do it, and there's a 24-hour cancellation policy. So if you make a reservation for tomorrow, you're not canceling that reservation. You're going. But
when she told me the price and the 6 courses, I was like, maybe we should run.
Eve had a brief moment of panic where she sort of like blacked out without blacking out, and like there was a rush in her ears and didn't hear the ladies say that that's okay, it includes gratuity.
So all you should know is if you come to Portland and you like wine and you like incredible, gorgeous food, beautiful service, great restaurant.
In a fabulous little neighborhood.
Go there. If you don't like wine and you don't eat some things,
maybe not.
Maybe not.
Yeah, we had a fabulous time. And Maureen, it was a great recommendation. And it was interesting. So about half of the people that we told about this in Portland were like, what's Beast? And the other half were like, you're going to Beast.
I've never been able to get reservations. Yeah. That's incredible.
So
Maureen is very fancy.
The whole restaurant seats 24 people. They have 2 seatings a night. I feel like they're doing all right at $125 a head. But it was that quality of food, absolutely. So we like that.
Good morning, Paula. Good morning, Kelly. Okay, so let's talk about asking for what you want. So there was a woman who came up to me, a young woman who came up to me after we spoke yesterday, and she said, will you please write or talk about or write a book about asking for what you want? And I said, can you tell me more? And she said, well, when y'all were on stage, you were talking about it's up to me, which is one of our family and company core values. It's about, you explain it.
It's up to me means taking initiative. So not waiting around for your boss or your spouse or somebody else to tell you, hey, this needs to get done. But seeing the opportunity, seeing the thing that needs to get done, and taking it upon yourself to accomplish that.
Let me give an example in our relationship. For example, usually if I want something, I just buy it for myself. But yesterday, I really wanted something, and I couldn't bring myself to buy it because it was so expensive, but it was really quality and really well made. Do you want to show it to him?
Oh, sorry. New bag.
So I asked Levi, I said...
Here is the Timbuktu backpack that Eve is now the proud owner of.
And Levi will be doing pieces on this later. Good morning, Tom. And it was gorgeous, but it was really expensive. And I was like, if my husband happened to buy that for me, I wouldn't be upset. When I want something in the relationship, I tell Levi. When I want something in business, I tell people. Sometimes they tell me no. Sometimes they tell me yes. But I always ask for what I want. So this woman was a young woman who had recently been on maternity leave, and she really felt that she could move up in her position. But when she was around her boss, she could never bring herself to say, I really want to be promoted. I really want to do this kind of work because I feel like I've earned it. And she waited a really long time. And she said when she got back from maternity leave, she didn't feel like she had the right, because she had been out on maternity leave, to ask for this larger amount of work, which came with a larger amount of pay. And I didn't understand it, because I said, you were out making a human. I think it's okay, and that's something to be amazed by. And if you're good and ready for the position, ask for it. So I asked her what happened, and she said she finally got up the nerve to do it. And when she asked for it, her boss was like, absolutely, that is a fantastic idea. Let me promote you. Let me pay you more money. Let me give you more work because you've earned it. And she and I were talking about how I see a lot of times, especially young women, or women of all ages, not asking for what they want. My book, Get It Girl Guide, is kind of about that. Kind of not asking for what you want in a relationship, if that's something you want. Not asking for what you want in business, in life. And not asking for what you think you might deserve, but doubting it. And I do want to start talking more on this topic. I do want to explore it more and hear from some of you. Do you ask for what you want? Whether you're a man or a woman, do you believe in yourself and ask for what you want? Yesterday, I had two things I was waiting on, two pretty big things. Two partnerships that I was waiting for an answer on. One told me yes, and one told me no. I don't like getting told no. It sucks. Like, it really sucks. But both of these were huge business opportunities, and one that I was just like hoping for and so excited and believed in happened, and my dream came true. And the other one didn't. And it's disappointing, but it means that I'm probably not going to have the time, and I'm going to trust fate and say, okay, I probably didn't have the time to do this as well. So now I get to focus on the couple of big things that we're working on over the next couple months, and we'll be telling you more about that next week. Good morning, Nicole. So anything else, any deep thoughts you have, Levi, to wrap things up?
I don't think so. We're having a great time. There will come a point in the next month or so where, well, not in the next month, after this summer, you're going to start seeing podcasts from our house more often. We are projecting this image of global, constant global travel, because every episode we tend to be somewhere. This summer has been a lot of travel. We're going to be hitting the road in a couple of weeks on a 3-week road trip from San Antonio, Texas to Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And with no plan or schedule, and just a dog in a van and two people mocking the hipsters who ride around in their VW vans looking perfect. So we're pretty excited about that, but come fall, we're going to settle back in Dallas when the temperature drops below 100.
But you skipped, after that, we will be doing a lot of podcasts with our kid, who is 11, when we're in Japan.
Yes, we'll be in Japan for a little while. So this is a summer of travel. We hope you guys enjoy it. Please leave us feedback in comments wherever you happen to see or hear this. Check out evemayer.com for more information about what we're doing professionally. We would love to come speak for your group, for your company, for your...
anybody, family, bar mitzvah.
Yeah, we're happy with all of that. So we're really excited to be doing this. We appreciate everyone who stopped by this morning. And let me see what that comment was. Robert mentions that if on the dinner we were talking about with Beast, we if
it's a really good deal
if it's
you're
wine
drinking.
If it's wine pairings and you want to go through the wine, there's a dessert wine with that dessert course. It was really good, and the folks next to us who were enjoying the wine seem to be really enjoying it, so it's not that bad. Visit Portland if you haven't. Go to what's the coffee? Stumptown. Go to Stumptown Coffee.
Good morning, Liliana.
And check out downtown and look at all the signs.
All right, so we'll take pictures. We will post our pictures on Instagram under LinkedIn Queen and Nerd Butler today of mountains and waterfalls, and mostly yours, because I don't think I'm going to bring my phone. I'm going to leave my phone here. It's going to be great.
All right. Thank you, everyone, so much. We will see you again in about a week, and we look forward to talking to you then.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.